Okay, so we have some exciting stuff coming. It's October 5th, and Beachbody Corporate just made an exciting announcement that for those of you pushing for Premier, Elite, looking to attend the New Leaders Conference is January, they have made another bonus month. Basically, if you achieve between 10 and 19 Success Club points in the month of October, that will count towards 5 elite points. And if you achieve 20 or higher, that'll count towards 10 elite points to the category where you most need it. So if you have no clue what the frick that means, make sure you're going into the FAQs or speaking to your upline and really mapping that out, because those are some big goals that we're all pushing for. And let's see what else. So I'm just gonna mute people's lines for a sec so we don't have the background noise. You can always unmute if you have a question. So we have some exciting things coming down the pipeline. You guys know we're launching into the UK, and I know that a lot of people are kind of freaked out by it. I know that every time that we go to talk about it in the team page, like, handful of people show up and the other people retreat because they're like, oh, that's not for me, that's for the big time coaches. But no matter where you're at in your business, this is something you can be taking full advantage of. You don't have to be flying to London to participate in order to get the biggest impact to your business and your life and your future by taking advantage of this UK launch. And that's why I invited Candace on tonight. But before we hand her the mic here and get things going, I wanted to let you guys know to keep an eye out in the team page. We are going to have a new training for you guys and the downline, and also a new way to help us earn more income and really see better results in both our own fitness and health journey and in our businesses. So stay tuned. Some stuff is going to be announced in the next few days. So now I get to introduce and welcome, like I said, one of my favorite people in the world and one of my closest friends, someone that I absolutely adore. You guys all know Candace Talbot. She is a 12-star. She has her second CVC won, and she's sponsored over 20 diamonds between her business centers. But I know Candace more than just the kick-ass businesswoman and total hustler. Like, this girl works and gets done. I know Candace as an incredible friend, super loyal, always giving, the most compassionate giving, one of the most loving people I know. And she's a mom of 3, and she figures out how to make it happen, how to be a present wife, present mother, and also a present and very successful business owner. She is the founder of Fit Mama Inc. And Fit Mama Inc., I know, is very excited to be launching into the UK, and they've already got their game plan in motion. And Candace has been kind enough to share with us. She's not into keeping secrets. She, lays it all out there, and that's part of her giving nature. So she's coming on tonight to talk about what she's doing to leverage this UK launch, what her team is doing, even some of her, younger coaches are taking advantage of this, and how we can all do that and teach our teams to do the same. So don't forget, guys, that we have our own. It's already been launched. But it officially kicks off on Monday, October 9th, our own 2 weeks, a free fit club. This actually was inspired by Candace, and I'm sure she'll talk about it tonight. But basically, we put together a hybrid calendar of Beachbody On Demand so that our UK prospects can test out the programs and fall in love with them over those 2 weeks without having to pay anything, and want to be a part of that community. And that 2 weeks will end right at the launch, when they can then become a customer or a coach. So don't forget to add your prospects. And if you don't have prospects in there, we're going to be removing the rando coaches who are just adding themselves, because that's not what the group's for. This is for our UK people. And if you have people in there, make sure you're engaging with them, supporting them, encouraging them, and adding value to the group, or otherwise you're getting canned. We only want straight up value in that group. So I'm going to pass it over to Candace, who will probably talk about this and some other stuff. Candace, enlighten us, please.
All right. Thank you for having me on. So guys, I want to talk to you just very openly. Like, I started to write notes and I was like, no. I'm just going to tell you guys straightforward what I've been doing since literally the day that Beachbody announced we were going to the UK. So I personally love everything that has to do with like Europe. And I know that they're like not really Europe anymore with the Brexit thing, but I don't even understand that. I don't even want to go there. So I'm just going to call them Europe. So anyway, I was really excited for this. And so the second this launched, or it was announced, I got an ad up on my like page and I started running it. Now, I don't want to freak you guys out because I'm going to show you two ways that you can do this. One is going to be pay to play. The other one's going to be free. All right. And I'm going to share with you guys everything that I did. So the first thing I did is I boosted a post on my like page, which I know, according to Jesse Regan's training, boosting posts is like Russian roulette. And he's so right, because I have boosted so many posts and they don't always pan out the way I want. But for some weird reason, when I do this one, I seem to hit it on the money. So I have a boosted post on my like page, and then also on my Instagram page. Now this is where the free stuff comes in. Anytime I post, I'll make sure that I tag the UK. So I was always under the assumption that when I posted on Instagram, I had to, like, when it says, like, you know, tag your location, I always thought, well, I'm in Boston, or, well, I'm in the United States. But you don't need to do that. You can actually tag the UK so you can dip in to that pond of people. All right. So I'm actually going to screen share with you guys, if you don't mind. I'm going to show you everything from soup to nuts. I just want to make sure you guys can. All right. Can you see my screen here? Okay. Let me open this up. Okay. So here's my post. And I tried to make it eye-catching. So the other thing too is, I want to say, you always want whatever your post is going to be to make sure that you stand out. Whatever other coaches are doing, try to do something a little bit different. Okay, my whole thing is stand out, stand out, stand out. So what I said in my post were a community of moms, some not moms, who are imperfect but strive to be healthy for our families and for ourselves. We come from the US and Canada, but we are crossing the ocean in the fall of 2017. We would love to get to know you and your mom friends. I will be sharing some workouts, tips, and what joining Fit Mama Inc. can mean for your life. Click the link and watch my story about how I got started 4 years ago. And if you'd like to join my private Facebook group, UK Fit Mamas, tag your friends, we're coming for you. Now, as you can see, this did really good. Really good. I was pumped. 59 shares, almost 1,000 likes, lots of comments. So I basically just go in, you know, and message each of these people, yada, yada, yada. But the key here was this right here. I went to leadpages.net and I created a landing page. So when people go to my post, they'll say, okay, you know, like, what's this? So here we go. It's basically, I wanted to be able to like tell them about myself without me having to message them and say, oh, and I, you know, am I this, am I that. Like, I'm a big believer in let the third-party tools do the talking for you. So I made this page just kind of like, here's everything. So I had Danielle Whitford, who has an amazing and talented husband, make this great video for me. I made a couple of videos outside on my deck just talking about the launch. So I'll just play it real quickly just so you guys can get an idea. And I'll give a copy to Liz too if you guys want to like stock it or whatever.
Hey, thank you so much for watching my video. I am so excited to announce that Team Beachbody is going to the UK, which means you have the opportunity to join one of the top teams in the network, Team Fit Mama Inc. So I started this team back in December of 2012. I was posting on Facebook that I was pretty much having a bad day. I posted that I was going to eat salads every day for the rest of my life. And I had a friend reach out and offer me a packet of Shakeology. It was then that everything changed. I became a coach, and I just led the crusade to help all my mommy friends get in the best shape of their life, as well as earn a side income from home. It just completely snowballed into not only me being in the best shape of my life while raising my 3 children, but also I was able to earn a 6-figure income in 20 months in the business. Now, guys, Beachbody does not guarantee any level of income. It comes from your own diligence and skill.
Okay, you guys get the point. Danielle's husband does really great videos. As you scroll down to the bottom, this is my story video. This is on YouTube. I'll just I don't know. I'll play it briefly just so you guys get the idea. It's like a tearjerker, you know. It's a story about me.
Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves.
So that always gets people. So I added that on there, and just some pictures from the team. So now, once they scroll down the bottom, now I've got them roped in, right, with the videos. So now, yeah, I'm pumped to join Fit Mama Inc. International Facebook group. So once they jump in, once they click on that, they fill out this form, and this is where I get to know them. Now, this is just a Woofu doc. First and last name, email, where are they from, if they ever tried a Beachbody workout, home workout, yada, yada, yada. I just want to get to know them. And then I ask them if they're interested in earning a supplemental income. Now, once they are done filling this out, they get bounced to my UK Fit Mama Facebook page, which I'm going to show you guys right now. So there's actually, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but there's actually some place on the Woofu doc that you can put in the link for the Facebook group. So now once they fill the form out, it immediately bounces them to this page, and I can approve them. So I have a pinned post, and anytime somebody joins the group, I go ahead and, oops, wrong thing. I go ahead and I tag them in the comments, and I welcome them to the group, and they comment, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going to tell you guys now, hold on one sec. Let me stop that. All right, let me stop the share. Okay. Could you guys see that okay? It's good? All right. So now, once they're in the group, I reach out to them within 24 hours because you don't want to let too much time lapse. And I say, hey, I'm like, thank you so much. I just had a chance to check your application out. I wanted to say hello, formally introduce myself so you know I'm like a real person. I'm excited to get to know you. Can you like tell me a little bit about yourself? And, you know, then they will either get right back to me or they don't. Now, guys, here's the thing. There is nothing different about this process than running a free Facebook group in the United States. It's all the same, all the same. You're just doing it with people in the UK. That's it. I don't know if you guys listened to my national wake up call, but I talked about free groups. And this is like, you know, after, I don't know how long I've been a coach, almost 5 years, this has really been like my new thing with my cold market, you know, bringing them from my like page over into this group so I can build a relationship with them. I've gotten a ton of coaches from my postpartum fitness group. And right now I'm gearing up to sign a ton of coaches from this UK group. And even if they don't sign on launch day, which is okay, I've like gotten to know so many people that I know that even if they don't join October 19th, they might join November, they might join in December, you know? So anyway, so now once I reach out to them and I get to know them a little bit, I say, well, you know, I would love to offer you a free trial of Beachbody on Demand. Is that something that you would be interested in? And if they say yes or no, whatever, we just go from there. Once I give them the link, which if you just Google Beachbody UK, Beachbody on Demand UK, there's a generic link for everybody. I give them the link. I send them a screenshot of what they need to do. So step 1, click here. Step 2, click that. I want to make it as easy for them as possible, because in the beginning I had people be like, oh, well, what do I do? So I send them just 2 things I made on like PixArt or Moldiv or something, and I just send that to them. Now they get that, like Liz had mentioned, they get this 14-day calendar, and each day I put a different trainer, you know, day 1 shift shop, day 2 21-day fix, day 3 whatever. So I want every day, I want them to work with a different trainer so they can find somebody that they like. And I always tell people, I'm like, you know, by the end of the first few days, you might really have liked somebody and already like, you know, want to start shift shop. So I get them in, I stay in touch with them. You know, I was in the shift shop test group, so I took my meal plan and I converted it into the UK metric system. So I give them a free meal plan and say, here, you know, try this out. And and that's all free. Like, I just want them to know that I want to help them. Okay. Because the thing is they see Shakeology on my meal plan. If they go, oh, you know, what's Shakeology? Like, I don't take that off. And I say, oh, you know, it's not available in the UK yet, but you're going to love it when it comes out. But you can substitute with anything from the red list. And I even say, you know, I'm going to be in the UK in, you know, October. When I get there, I can put you on my list and maybe send you a couple packets. I don't know how difficult that's going to be because I've never been there, but I'm just going to put that out in the universe. So, I get them in the group. Guys, same thing as I do with the challenge group. I just have scheduled posts every single day. Now, as of lately, what I've been doing is I put it out on my leader page, like, does anybody want to go to the UK with me? Like, I don't want to go by myself. Who wants to go? And I had 3 coaches say, yes, we want to go. One is a 1-star, one's a 2-star, and one's a new diamond. So these girls are coming. So what we did, because they had their own UK groups, is we decided to just take all of their people and add them to my group. So we consolidated it. We made it one group. Now, every day, we all have a time that we post, and it's according to UK time. So, you know, my posts go up at 1 o'clock in the morning, which is 6 o'clock their time. So I have the same post at 6 a.m. I have another coach that posts at 11, another one posts at 3, and another one posts in the evening. So we make those now everyone has like a role. I have one coach that talks about the coaching opportunity. I have somebody else that talks about, you know, nutrition. And then I have, you know, I try and like get people to interact. I try and be funny. So the thing is it's actually great to have them in the group because coaches make the best challengers. So having them in the group kind of makes the group a little bit more lively because, like I said before, it's like any type of free group. Some of them are going to be duds. Some of them are going to be lively at some points. And that's kind of been how this group is too. It's like it goes up and down. Sometimes it's super active and sometimes it's not. So, now, as far as Instagram goes, if you guys are tagging the UK or putting some hashtags in your posts, reach out to those people, see who liked your post. Oh, this one. And you'll see, obviously, when you click all your likes that they're in the UK, you know, and I send them a message. Thank you so much for liking my post. I see you're in the UK. I'm going to be in London in October. I'm so excited. I've never been there. And that's how I open it up. And, you know, if they're close, I say, I'd love to have you come to our event, whatever. Now, when we go there, like Liz said, you don't have to go there. But if anybody on this team is going there, we're going to do a fit club and a shake and share. That's it. And maybe, I don't know, if we meet some people along the way, we might meet them for drinks and do like an impromptu biz op, who knows? So now as far as my boosted post goes, like I said, Jessie Regan does ads. I don't know how to do them yet. I'm learning on Social Team Builder. I'm not at that module yet, but when I boost my post, I boost it for $10 a day. And I know you guys are probably like, holy crap, that's a lot of money. And it is. It totally is. And it's not for everyone. And if you know how to do ads and only pay $1 to $2 a day, like Jessie states, then by all means do that. Because I know that once I learn that method, I'm definitely going to taper it down. But right now, this is working for me and I don't want to stop it. So, you know, it's really great. I get probably 1 to 2 people a day from that boosted post. And I just have a whole like organization, little mini organization of people in WooFoo that I can constantly reach out to now, because I've done boosted posts before, and I always go back to them like in my slow months, and I'll be like, all right, let me see what I got. A year later, oh, hey, last we talked, you said blah, blah, blah. Like, how's your fitness been? And, you know, a year later, they're buying a 3-day refresh challenge back. Or, you know, I have one girl reached out to me about coaching, fell off the map for like over a year. Now she's back. She's like halfway to diamond. So I reached out to her over a year later. I was like, hey, you know, you reached out to me on Fit Mama about, you know, the business. Are you still interested? So, you know, at the end of the day, guys, this is all about relationship building. These guys speak English. You know, it's awesome. And if they're interested in coaching and you want to talk like more face-to-face with them, which is obviously a little bit more tough since they're overseas. The other day, I just talked to a guy on Facebook video messenger. It was almost like we tried to Zoom, but it wasn't working. And I don't know how to FaceTime internationally. So I just went on video messenger. It was so clear. I couldn't even believe it. There was like no lapse. And we talked about the business. Now, my only tips, and you guys can do whatever you want because you're all your own business owners. If somebody's really interested in coaching, I would definitely add them to your team page, get them involved in training, give them a little guidance like, hey, you know, join our challenge group, start a program. Like this kid that is coming to the launch that I'm going to meet. He is starting Shift Shop on Monday, and he's like, I'm going to message a bunch of my friends and see if they want to do it with me. I was like, great. I go, message your friends, add them to the group. I go, you guys buddy up together, do Shift Shop, and just share your journey every day on Facebook. That's it. I just want you to start with that, and that's it. That's all you got to do, because really, guys, we don't need to overcomplicate the business. So that's pretty much it. So yeah, add them to your team page. Tag them in. I have I have a self-paced coach training, and it's a pinned post on my page. So when they come in, I introduce them saying, you know, they're possibly interested in joining, yada, yada, yada. They get a big welcome from the team. It's like their first taste of the coaching culture. And then I tag them in the coach training. And like always, the runners are going to run, and the ones that don't. So they're not any different than people here, because I brought in a lot of people and not everyone's running. It's like the same thing. But the only thing here's the one thing I wouldn't do. And I've seen some coaches do this, and I don't know if anybody here has done this, just forgive me. I just wouldn't announce them publicly as like being your coach, because I had one girl that she was in my group and she was interested in joining Fit Mama. And then I saw another coach and another team announce her as like a founding coach. And I was like, oh my God. So I messaged her. I said, I'm so sorry. I said, I didn't mean to step on any toes. I had no idea. And you know what she told me? She goes, they've been so great to me, but I connect with you more. I'd rather be talking to you. So now this girl, imagine these coaches that get their hooks in them and they're getting like, you know, announced publicly, but they aren't anybody's yet. Like, and I know full well that anybody I talk to right now might find another coach they connect with between now and the 19th. And I'm okay with that. You know, this is a very unique season of, you know, recruiting coaches and finding new customers. So anyway, I hope that made sense. I saw there was a question in the comments. Colleen, I noticed you posted at a specific time in your group because of the time change. What time are you doing? So they're 5 hours ahead. So I schedule the post for 1 a.m. every day. So at 1 a.m., they're going to post at 6 a.m. So the timing of our posts we do, so I'm going to tell you American time, but just it's UK time, but I can't do the math. So UK time, 6 a.m., 11 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. So those are the times every day that coaches post. And I told my coaches, I got to jump off in a few minutes because I have my team call, but I told my coaches that are in the group, let's just make sure that we're constantly like commenting on each other's posts, because no one really knows like who's who, you know. They're not privy to every little detail about the group, even though we hope they are. But I'm always like, yeah, I'm like cheering each other on and, you know, whatever. And sometimes it's just the four of us, but we don't care. You know, we're going to run with this. You know, I think, guys, the UK has the second largest health and fitness industry in the world. And there's only like 60 million people in the country. So there is a ton of opportunity there. And my husband follows like a ton of like UK bodybuilders. He's like, oh my God. It's like he freaked out when he knew we were going to the UK. He's like, that's going to be a great market. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Does anyone want to ask a question? Oh, sorry, Sarah, I just saw your thing. Are you searching specifically for UK people a certain way other than boosted post? Is searching for people in a certain geographic region a thing? I hope this isn't a dumb question. No, I know what you're saying. You're saying like, you know, tag London versus tag the United Kingdom. You know what I do? I actually seek out some UK mums and I look and see what they're hashtagging, because I don't know like what's a popular hashtag in the UK. So a lot of what I'm doing right now is just stalking UK people, and I want to see what their hashtags are. And then I snapshot them. I actually give it to my assistant to type up, but you could type them up yourself, because a thing that stinks about Instagram is you can't like hold it down and copy paste. So I just like screenshot it and I save it and I test all the different hashtags. Yeah, I hope that answered your question, but I just try and do UK. Like I guess you could do a city like Manchester or Birmingham, whatever, but I'm just
Candace, I know you have to hop off. Can you just real quick just tell us again those, you're so Italian, sitting there drinking your Pellegrino.
Yep.
So can you just tell us real quick, because we have our group starting on Monday for the 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Anything special you've done, or like, I know you said you had different roles. So someone handles kind of just talking like little sprinkling stuff about the business. What are the different roles that you have people doing and special things you're doing for that group?
So mine's the morning post. So I'll do something funny, like drop a GIF that describes your day, or, you know, let's see pictures of your kids, or, you know, where's a place that you want to travel to? You know, it's just kind of like a morning engagement post. And then Steph she does the 11 a.m. post. That's typically fitness related, you know, about like a BOD challenge group type stuff. Maybe you're doing like a multi-program challenge group and you just use some of those posts, but tweak it, make it your own. The 3 p.m. post is always about coaching. So the girl that does that, she always she'll go live, she'll share stuff, you know, success stories, you know, it's just anything coaching related. You could be so creative with this. Maybe it's a webinar, maybe it's, you know, something from the pre-launch page. And then the night post is always about nutrition. So if you guys are going to have roles, I would definitely do something that is like you know, like if you're like a nutrition person, like that should be your post, because you know that your passion's going to come out in that. So anyway, the key is just to keep those posts at scheduled times. That way there's always something going on.
Last question, because I know we're keeping you. What did you do when the 2 weeks were up? Did it continue in any capacity?
Yep, we just restarted it.
Okay.
Because there's a ton of new people. So I did like a re-intro post, like, hey, I know there's a lot of new people here. Let's get to know each other, because there are new people that come in. So we're just starting it back up again. So, you know, give people a chance to jump back in.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I feel like you give us so much clarity, and your system is just simple and straightforward, and more than anything, reminding us that this is the same shit we always do. We just got to keep on doing it and making a difference in people's lives. So I won't keep you any longer, but thank you. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on. If you guys have any questions, you can shoot me a message too.
Okay, girl. Have a good night. Thanks, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.